Very good morning to everyone. In early class, we discussed the unit light through PowerPoint presentation, and today I am going to explain the content which is present in the book. The first of all, you want to know what's light. Light is a radiation or a form of energy that our eyes can detect, right? And it enables us to view our surroundings. And we know that light always travels in a straight line. And we also discussed these things in sixth standard itself. It follow the principle called rectilinear propagation. Not only these things, we also discuss one more important property of light. The property is it will the only energy which can travel in through vacuum, right? Doesn't need any medium. That's the thing. So for this, actually the principle rectilinear propagation, for that principle they like to explain by using a activity. In this see here a boy who handle a pipeline in two different method. One is a pipeline doesn't have any bend, and another picture and another one is a pipeline having one bend. Hence we know that light always travel in a straight line. So in the first picture he can able to see the light of the candle, that is a flame of the candle, whereas in second you can't able to see because the light always travel in straight line. Then in the most of the cases we can able to see the images only when it reflect back from the image, right? So we want to know what's the reflection. Whenever the light hits an object, it is either absorbed or reflected back, right? If it is a transparent object, it will able to absorb some energy. If it is a opaque object, it will able to reflect most of the light when it fall. When most of the light falls on the object, right? So now we are going to the content. What's the reflection of light? The reflection of light can be defined as the phenomena of an object throws back the light that falls on it. Hence, the reflection of light changes its path. So, what happens when it falls on the opaque object? It bounces back. Bounce back. How much of energy falls on the opaque object, right? The best example for that particular object, what I mean earlier, is a mirror. A mirror is a generally shiny surface that can reflect back light. A mirror that has a plane surface is called a plane mirror. If it is in a curved or it either bulge in or out is called a curved mirror. That is the types of mirror, right? Before moving to the content about mirror, I would like to explain the two word what I explained earlier. So one is opaque and another one is image. What's the opaque? The object which doesn't allow any light to falls. Any light to it doesn't allow any light to falls on it. Right? That's called opaque object. Then what's the image? Image, it means the object which can able to show the characteristics of the object, right? For example, mirror which can able to show you the image. It means it able to tell you the shape, size and color of the object what's behaving in front of the mirror. So that means as image, right? Now we have moved to the content. There are two types of mirror. One is plane mirror and another one is curved mirror. Plane mirror having plane surface, whereas curved mirror having either bulges in or bulges out. So this is one good example which showcases the reflection of light. So what happens when the light falls on the plane mirror? It reflects back all the light when it falls on it, right? So what type of reflection it will take place? A straight reflection will take place. Doesn't make any divergence. Any disturbances. So you can able to see how much of light is falls on the mirror. It will reflect back most of all the light which falls on the mirror because it's an opaque object. So what I explained, what's in the image? As a mirror reflects light, an image of the object that is in front of the mirror is formed on it. The image of an object can be defined as the impression of the object created by the light on the mirror. Right. So that's the thing I explained earlier. The distance between the image and the mirror and the object and the mirror always remain the same. This is one of the characteristics of the plane mirror. Okay, so the distance between the image and the mirror and the object and the mirror always remain the same, right? If we can increase or decrease the distance between the object and the mirror, the distance between the image and the mirror also increases or decreases, because it having a proportional to each other. If you move away from the mirror, the distance what is falls on the mirror also change, right? That's the thing explained here. However, the size of the image formed on the mirror can vary with respect to the distance between the object and the mirror. In this case, the size of the image will be same when it is when it's nearer to for the certain distance, and for plane mirror it doesn't cause much difference. Whereas curved mirror, depend upon the distance, the size of the image may change. Right. If the distance between the object and the mirror increases, the size of the image decreases and vice versa. That's the thing. This part is explained about the curved mirror. An image is said to be erect if the image is formed the same side as that of object. So when the image is called it as an erect if the image is falls on the same side where the object is present. So plane mirror is a good example, because the image is falls on the same side where the object is present. The image will be inverted. When it is inverted, it is formed upside down compared to the object. What's by inverted? Inverted itself, it shows the upside down of an object, right? Then this is one of the property of plane mirror, the left right inversion of the image. This is called as laterally inversion image. So what happens? The image formed in the mirror is always the left right inverted. This means the right side of the object appears as the left side and the left side of the object appears on the right side of the image. So this is a lateral inversion. So only in ambulance, the letter ambulance is written in left and right. If you can able to see in your mirror what's present, if you are able to see that particular letter in the mirror, plane mirror, you can able to read the name of the ambulance. The letter ambulance is show the same what you want to read, right? So that explanation is present in the bottom of a car. This is because of the left right inversion of the image on the mirror. The word ambulance written as left right inverted, and therefore it be able to read easily by the driver of the vehicle ahead of the ambulance. In a rear view mirror, the rear view mirror will again invert the word left right twice. So if the rear view mirror will invert the word, so you can able to read the word ambulance correctly, because it shows the inverted image. Actually what we paste is inverted, so it shows the correct image. Now we are going to see the law of reflection. What's the law of reflection? So before moving to the law of reflection, you want to know three different rays which falls on the object. Incident ray, the light rays that falls on the reflecting surface is called an incident ray. So this is incident ray. The light where is come from the source, that light ray is called as an incident ray. Reflected ray, the light ray that gets reflected from a reflecting surface. So light which is bounce back, or which is reflected back from the opaque object like mirror, that is called reflected ray. Then what's the normal ray or incident? Normal of coincidence is a line that is perpendicular to the reflected plane at the point of incidence. This is nothing but a 90-degree line. This is invisible line. It doesn't show you when you are able to see this reflection in a mirror. This is an invisible line which is exactly perpendicular to both the incident and reflected ray. This is first law of incidence. First law of reflection. That means the incident ray, the reflected ray, and the normal to the point of coincidence all lies at the same plane. All lies on the mirror. That is called same plane. This is first law of reflection. And second law of reflection. If the plane mirror is regular, the angle of reflection, according to second law, the angle of incidence is equal to the angle of reflection if the light rays falls on the regular surface. So this is second law of reflection. And what are the types of reflection that take place? If the reflection is happen in regular surface, the angle of incidence, I already told you, it obeys the second law. Okay. If the reflection is obtained in irregular surface, it doesn't obey the second law. Simple. Okay. And now we are going to see about the spherical mirrors. The name spherical mirrors suggests it has a spear-like shape, right? And it is categorized two types. One is concave mirror and another one is convex mirror. It is a spherical mirror whose reflecting surface is curved inward, and in concave mirror, the reflecting surface is curved outward. I show you the image, and this is the thing. For the best example, take a spoon, right? Eating spoon. You can able to see both the mirrors, right? The spoon, the eating surface is called concave. The opposite surface of the eating side is called convex. So it can able to produce two types of images. One is real image and another is virtual image. In the early classes, sir very clearly mentioned, real image is a true image, virtual image is a false image, that is invisible image. The real image is formed when the light rays reflect and meet at the same point. So it will be able to meet at one point. Whereas virtual image doesn't meet at any point, it is diverge. Right? It can be viewed on the screen, it can be viewed on the screen, that we know it always inverted. Wherever the inverted image is formed, that image is called as real image. If it forms a erect image, that is called virtual image. That is a பொய்யான image. And these type of image generally falls in concave mirror, whereas virtual image is formed both convex and concave. At one instant, it will be able to produce concave mirror can able to produce inverted image. Okay, and this is the thing. This is a concave mirror. We can able to capture the image in a white screen, and it is inverted. See, and this is the image for a plane mirror. See the object, distance between the object and the image. The object and the mirror, the distance between object and mirror is equal to the distance between image and the mirror, should be equal. Okay. And the image formed by concave mirror having these following properties, we want to keep in mind. It can either be real or virtual. It can either be inverted or direct. So generally real and inverted image it falls on concave mirror, whereas in convex mirror only virtual and erect image will form. In concave mirror, real inverted image will form. Right? At one instant, it can able to produce virtual image. That you are going to see in higher classes. Now I won't make you confused. Just update the property. That's all. It can have the same size as that of object, a large size that of the object, or smaller size than that of object. So the concave mirror can able to produce all the three types of categories. Either it can produce the same size, or larger, or smaller. So this is the property of concave mirror. Then about convex, it always produces visual and erect. It always produces a smaller size compared to the original object. Then what are the applications? Satellite dishes, that is in satellites they are using dishes to which will able to observe the light radiation coming from sun, because most of the satellites are having solar cells, because for regular activation the solar cell are able to store most of the heat energy which is come out from the sun. So satellite dishes are used there, and in a solar cooker also they use satellite dishes. And dentists use a concave mirror because you want to find out the exact position where the pain is occurred. Concave mirror is also called convergent mirror. I already told you in a early PPT session itself. And a convex mirror is called divergent mirror. So you can able to find out the exact pain, exact problem by using the concave mirror. And the shaving mirror, whereas a concave mirror is also used as a shaving mirror. And headlights of car, they are using concave mirror, right? That we can reflect back light straight on the back. And torches, we are using concave mirror because we want to focus upon particular point. Then convex mirror, the rear view mirrors. One main application of convex mirror is a rear view mirror. It's used as a rear view mirror in vehicles, because if we want to find out I mean, it will able to show at least 500 meters of object or a person or a vehicle which is behind us. So it help us to prevent a accident and make us safe, right? And security mirror in ATMs, they are using convex mirror. Okay, and this is a picture representation of convex mirror. And lenses is somewhat different from mirror because the mirror having polished surface at one side and reflecting surface at the other side, whereas lenses it doesn't have any reflecting surface or any polished surface. It's a transparent medium, right? A lens is a part of reflecting material like glass. So what type of material they are using? They are using glass or plastic, but both the side are both are very transparent. It will allow all the parts of light, right? Lenses are unlike mirrors. They have that have reflecting surface only on one side, whereas in mirror, depending upon the shape of lens, it can be categorized. Whereas in lens, there is no reflecting surface, it will absorb all the light falls on it. Okay. There are two types. Here there are two categories. One is convex lens and another is concave lens. Convex lens is curved outward. It's what we see in a mirror. Like here also the convex lens is curved outward, but it have two. I mean, two sizes because it's a transparent material. So it have two sizes, and it is thicker at the center and narrow edges at the narrow down at the edges. So thinner at the edges, thicker at the center. It measures the light rays passing through a certain point. So it will converge the light rays when it passing through certain point. Concave mirror is curved inwards. What is in a mirror like a lens also having the same property. And it has a wider edges, thinner center, and it will diverge all. It also called as diverging lens because it will diverge all parts of light. This is the diagrammatic representation of concave and convex lens. And what type of property it have? Convex lens always produce real inverted. The image is large and appears close to the lens. So here the convex lens is called converging lens, and it will be able to produce real inverted image. Whereas concave lens is a diverging lens, convex lens is a converging lens, concave lens is diverging lens. Here it will produce virtual, erect, and smaller images. Okay, and this is another example for a convex and concave lens. So in the picture itself, we can able to see properties of convex and concave. Concave lenses are generally used in a spy-hole lenses in doors. In most of the cities, they use these type of concave lenses in the door itself. ஒரு சின்ன ஹோல் வெளியே வெட்டி பார்க்குறதுக்கு யார் வராங்கன்னு தெரிஞ்சுக்கிறதுக்காக ஒரு ஒரு லென்ஸ் மூலிமா வெட்டி பார்ப்பாங்க. ஸோ அது என்ன டைப் ஆஃப் லென்ஸ்னு பார்த்தீங்கன்னா கான்கேவ் லென்ஸ். அப்போ எதுக்கான இல்லை அது டைவர்ஜ் பண்ண லைட்டாக. ஸோ டிஸ்டன்ஸ் நிறைய கேப்சர் பண்ணி யார் இருக்காங்கன்னு சொல்லி உங்களுக்கு ஈஸியாக ஐடென்டிஃபிகேஷன் பண்ணுறதுக்கு கான்கேவ் லென்ஸ் யூஸ் பண்ணுவாங்க. So this is one of the best example for application for concave lens. Convex lenses are used in most of the places. Generally is used in microscope, telescope. They are using convex lenses. And camera, in our camera, regular camera, they are using convex lenses. Okay. And now we are going to see the next part of the thing is called sunlight. Rainbow. What is the rainbow? A rainbow is a natural phenomenon which can able to produce 7 different colors. What are all the? Violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Okay, according to the wavelength, the arrangement of light also present. Then how it produce? How the nature produces rainbow? These properties called dispersion of light. Whenever the light rays falls on a, so the property is not mentioned here. You just keep it in mind. Whenever the light rays falls on a transparent material like glass or water, it can able to scatter it can able to produce the white. It can able to produce 7 different colors. So 7 different colors are called rainbow. Okay, so they very clearly mention a rainbow is a natural phenomenon in which the light rays of the sun are reflected and refracted by water droplets present in the atmosphere. So both the things are happen if rainbow falls in the atmosphere, both reflection and refraction. Okay, so I forgot to tell you, lens follows mirror follows law of reflection, whereas lens follows law of refraction. Okay, A rainbow appears as an arc on the sky that contains a band of seven colors that I already explained you. This also means that a white light of sun contains seven color light in it separate out due to refraction. Because of refraction, it will separate to seven different colors, and it produces where we can able to see this spectrum of lights. You can able to see in rainbows, soap bubbles, surface of series, and prisms. Prism also capable to produce these seven different colors. So Newton disk. This disk helps you to showcase whether the white light can able to produce seven different colors. We have a doubt, right? How the white light can capable to produce seven different colors? For that explanation, for that confusion, the Newton disk explain you very clearly. The Newton disk can be obtained by dividing a disk into seven partitions, and painting each of them with the seven colors of the rainbow. Just paint it like that. When the disk is rotated at the fast pace in daylight, all the colors tend to mix together. So what happens? It will mix together, and the disk appears with the whitish in color. So this is a Newton disk, which helps you to explain the white light can be able to produce seven different colors. So these seven different colors are produced by following the principle called dispersion. Okay. In a higher class, you can able to read about scattering also. Scattering having different property compared to dispersion. So when you move into higher classes, you can able to read that thing also. And that's all about this unit. And this class is just a revision class which present your book. Try to complete your work on time, and with these things I am going to give some exercise. Just do it. If you need more marks, just do it and send it to me, because we are take those activity works also as an we have considered those things also for your you are awarding some marks for your final year yearly examination. So don't forget to complete the work and send it to me through my WhatsApp number. I am note down all those marks personally in my file, so don't forget to complete the work. Bye.